Hello everybody, thank you for joining me again today. It is Sunday and that only means one thing, doesn't it? It means it is time for some super simple speedy cards. Now, today's cards are all going to be done, whoops, hang on, I'm just about to drop everything off my desk. Sorry, they're all going to be done using the Botanical Gardens. Now, if you've been watching my videos this week, or you've been subscribing to my blog and getting my daily blog posts, well, they're not daily actually, they are sort of every few days, but you will see that I've been using this lovely little luscious thing here, the Botanical Builder Framelits dies. So I thought, as I've been using these this week, I may as well finish the week off and use the paper. So this is what I'm going to be doing today's cards with, the Botanical Gardens Designer Series paper. Now, when you buy this, you could, if you wanted to, and you were feeling really clever, actually get the paper and the dies and the stamp set as a bundle, which would save you 15%. That costs £46.75. which is a blooming good deal, because if you think about it, if you just bought the paper and the dies, that alone costs you £40, or if you bought the dies and the stamps, that costs you £45. So you've only got another £1.75 and you've got a whole stack of paper to go with it. And the best bit about all of that is, because you've hit £45, you then get your freebie from the Celebration brochure, and our lovely designers have actually made a stamp set specifically to match. Isn't that gorgeous? Just for you. I really love this. I think it's such a nice stamp set. It's one of those stamp sets actually where I look at it and I think, oh, I really wish that was there all the time. But it's not, it's only there for another few weeks because Celebration unfortunately ends at the end of March. So if you want any of the freebies, make sure you place your order before the end of March. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on all these lovely products which you get for free just for buying what you're going to buy anyway. Never mind, I'm sure it'll be back again next year, but that's ages away. But in the meantime, let's go back to our super simple speedy cards. So, as I was saying, we're going to be going with the Botanical Gardens Designer Series paper. This is the one we're using. And I'm going to be using the matching cardstock as well, actually. Am I using all of those? No, I'm not using the Mossy Meadow one today. I'm using the Cajun Craze cardstock and Hello Honey cardstock. Yeah, they're the ones I'm going to be using. Right, let me show you what we're going to be doing then. I just need to dig out my paper trimmer. Hang on. You wouldn't believe the amount of mess I have on my desk today. It is phenomenal. I really do need to tidy up. Right, that's my trimmer. That's a good start. Okay, what I've done already is I've cut the card bases, which are all 7x5s today. So we've got a Hello Honey 7x5. We've got, oh look, a basic black 7x5. I forgot I was using that one. And a Whisper White 7x5. So these are our 3 card bases. What I've then done is I've cut one more layer, which measures, whoops, hang on, let me just move that for a minute. How much, what are these layers? These layers are 4.5 by 6.5. Now this one is actually one of the papers, but it's just the back of it. But of course it all matches, so it doesn't matter. And I think it looks a really nice pattern actually for what I'm going to be using it for. So the layers are, as I said, 6.5 by 4.5. That's going on that one. And then a Cajun Craze 6.5 by 4.5, but this time the plain rather than the pattern. And finally, another 6.5 by 4.5. But this one, I've actually used Pear Pizzazz. Now, Pear Pizzazz isn't one of those that's listed as a coordinating one. However, Pear Pizzazz is actually the lighter version of what was it, the lighter version of? Oh goodness, can't. I've forgotten how to talk again. The lighter version of Old Olive. That's what I was going for. And Old Olive is one of the ones that coordinates. So all I've done is I've just taken it a shade lighter to get this particular one. All right. So hence I ended up with Pear Pizzazz. So that's my Pear Pizzazz one. So these are the 4 layers. Then what I've done is I've cut 4 sheets. No. 3 sheets. I've cut 3 sheets. Ugh. 3 sheets of 6 by 4. Because I was thinking, if you're going to be making Speedy cards, you don't really, if you can help it, you don't want to end up with lots of little bits, do you? Because the whole point of it is it's quick. So I thought, well, you know what? If you cut 6 by 4 panels out of your 12 by 12 sheets, which is what the Botanical Gardens paper comes in, you can then get 6 cards per sheet, can't you? Without having to really do very much. So I thought, well, that's a really, really quick and easy way to make our super simple Speedy cards even speedier. Ta-da! So I was quite proud of myself working that out. Basic maths there, I know, but it sometimes it eludes me. Never mind. Right, so this is what we're working with anyway. So all our layers are exactly the same. But what I'm going to do is show you 3 different ways of using them. All right, so let's just move those over there for a second. We're going to start with this one. And we are going to be using the 2.5-inch circle punch, because you all know I like my circle punches. And we're also going to be using the 2-inch circle punch, because I like this one too. All of them are going to have basic black archival ink. Absolutely fantastic ink, that one. I tell you, if you've got any doubts about what black ink you should get, this is the winner, hands down. I've tried so many different blacks this week, just sort of testing them out. In fact, do you know what I should have done? I should have kept them all, shouldn't I, so I could show you the comparisons. Oh, what a silly thing to do. Well, you'll have to take my word for it, but it really is fantastic. Much better than the Tuxedo Black or the Memento Black that we sell as well, actually. So definitely go for the archival one. Right, so yes, we're going to have this ink. And we are using this stamp set, Sweet Sayings. Now, this stamp set was actually designed to go with every single designer series paper, specifically in the new spring summer catalogue, but to be honest, it actually goes with every single one of them. I've sort of compared it, because you know how you get different papers have different styles. Well, I couldn't actually find one that this didn't go with. There was something on here that went with absolutely everything. So if you want a really good all-round stamp set, this is the one you should be going for, because it's fantastic. Right, that's what we're using. So let's get started then. First one then, we're going to go with this one. Where'd I put the snail? There it is. Always have your snail handy as well. Now, when I showed you how to do these cards on the first week, one of the things I said to you was, if you have a wonky donkey layer, keep it wonky donkey, because keeping it wonky means you haven't got to worry about sort of lining up and things like that. If you really want to sit there lining it all up, by all means. But as this is going to be quick, I'm going to go quick, and because I'm going quick, I'm not going to worry too much about lining it up. All I want to do is make sure I stay on the card. All right, so there's my first layer. Now this one really is fast. because where this paper is so decorative, you don't have to really work too hard with it. Whoops. You do, however, have to make sure you stick it properly. There we go. So, how quick was that? Next thing I'm going to do, just to finish it off, I've got a piece of Cajun Craze cardstock. So I'm just going to punch out 2.5 inch circle on that one. I've got some Whisper White. And this one is just going to say, hang on, just getting this block out. What block have I got? Block C. There you go. This one's just going to say, thanks for being you. Where is it? There it is. So I'm just going to stick that on there. I'm not using the Misty this week, just using Back to Basics. Give it a good ink up. Make sure you've got plenty of ink coverage on your stamp before you stamp down. Stick that on there. Shut that before I stick my hands in it. Close that before I lose them. 2 inch punch now. Just going to centre it. That's it, that's centred, isn't it? Punch it out. Is that ink dry? I think it's dry, yeah. Pop a little bit of snail on the back. Now, as we're wonky, I'm going to go wonky again. Because then I haven't even got to worry about matching that up either, have I? Just makes life easier. I'm just getting some dimensionals out. I'm going to pop these on the back. There we go. Take that off. This is where I end up with dimensional backs all over the place, but never mind. I have got a little bin on my desk, but that's buried as well. So I'm just going to put that just there. And there we go. One card done. Super simple, speedy card. It's quite good, isn't it? Right, so there's one of them for today. Now, next one. We will do... let's go with this one. Okay, so this one is Basic Black, Cajun Craze, and the decorative panel. All right, now I'm going to do this one slightly differently. Okay, what I'm going to do first off, before I do anything, with my 6x4 panel, I'm going to slice it. Now I'm not going to go exactly in the middle. I want to offset it slightly. All right, so what should we go for? It's 4 inches, so let's go for 1.5, shall we? Because I think 2 is going to be a bit too much. All right, there we go. So 1.5. So I've just cut it. So I've now got 1.5 inches, 2.5 inches. Is that all right? Yeah, oh, it's too early, isn't it? 1.5 and 2.5. Oh dear. Right, now to make this one a little bit different, I'm just going to use this bit for the set to begin with. I am going to first of all stick this panel on. Does it go up a certain way? I suppose it does, doesn't it, because of the leaf. Right, okay, I have to do this upside down so that I'm on the right side of my card, otherwise I get it confused. Right, so stick that one on there. Now this one I'm going to put right next to it. Now I know it's going to fit because it came off the same piece. Ooh, not very lined up there, is it? But oh dear, it's not very lined up at all, is it? Okay, line yours up. Right, when you do yours, line it up. Makes it look a bit better. Right. Okay, now let's do another 2.5 inch circle. God, it's so loud, isn't it? Sorry about that. I'm going to put that. Yeah, that can go there. Where's those stamps gone? Oh, what should we have this time? Let's have birthday. They say it's your birthday. Which one's that one? That's there, isn't it? We go with that one. Take that there. Pop, whoops, pop that on there. Now I'm going to go, I think I'll put a couple of little embellishments on this one as well. So, whoops, upside down. I'm just going to offset this one just a bit. I think I'll move it up a bit. That's it, about there. Yeah, so it's not quite in the middle of the circle. And then I'm going to use, yeah, we'll use these, the candy dots. Now these are the actual bright candy dots because I haven't got any of the Regals ones. But when I was looking at it earlier, this particular one here, which is what? Hang on, what's that one? Tangerine Tango. It looks all right, doesn't it? Don't you think? Or you could even go for Old Olive, which obviously does match it. Yeah, let's go for Old Olive. What I'm going to do, actually, I'm not even going to line them up. I'm just going to plop them on. Because that's how I'm feeling today. I'm on a plop them on kind of mood. There you go. How easy was that? Now this time I am going to line it up. Ish. Is that lined up? That's pretty close, isn't it? Yeah. And then dimensionals again. See, if you have a sort of a super simple Speedy pack, doing these cards is so easy. In fact, you know what? I might even put one together for you. Yeah, that's quite a good idea, actually. I think I'll do that. Let me work on that one. And then I'll put one up on my website for you. There we go. Now I'm going to stick this panel on. Don't ask me why I didn't do it to begin with. I don't know. It just seemed a bit easier doing it that way. No idea why. There you go. How's that? God, that's a proper man card, isn't it? I'm terrible at doing man cards, but actually that looks really cool. Brilliant. Oh, I like that. There you go. That's another easy one done. So that's 2 cards. Super fast, super quick, but because the paper is so decorative, it just really packs a punch, doesn't it? So it actually gives you a lot of impact very easily. Now the last one is this one. And this one I'm actually going to do a little bit differently. I've been thinking about it and I was trying to think, well, what shall I do? How can I make it just a bit different? So what I'm going to do is, first off, with my 6.5 by 4.5, I'm actually going to take most of the corner out. Now I'm lining it up. I don't suppose you do have to line it up, but hey, why not line up something, haven't I? So all I've done is I've just lined it up so that I've put it with the corner just touching the edge. Oh, it doesn't want to punch out, does it? Hang on, I broke my punch earlier. There we go. That's it. Goodness, probably shouldn't have done that actually. I've got a glass desk mat under there. I hope I haven't broken it. Ooh. Oh well, find out in a minute, won't I? Right, so I've punched out that corner. Your punch will probably work fine. Mine is very temperamental at the moment because I tried to punch through far too much cardstock than I should have done earlier, and now it's not working properly. I have to get another one. Oh, never mind. It's my own fault. Right, okay, so I've punched out the corner. Move that out of the way. Now, with my 6x4 panel this time, whoops, sorry, I just hit the tripod, didn't I? Oopsie daisy. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice it up 1.5 inches and 1.5 inches and 1.5 inches. Don't think I need that bit. I'll leave that bit there just in case though. So 3 strips, 1.5 inches. Now when you're doing this, You could, if you wanted to, just put them on. Except it comes off the edge. What I'm going to do is put them all together. And I'm going to bring in my triple banner punch. Now with all three of them together, I'm just going to slide them in. Punch it out. And then on my trimmer, I'm going to leave one the full length. The next one, I'm going to cut 1 inch off. And the final one, I'm going to cut 2 inches off. There we go. So I've got 1, 2, 3. And then just put some of snail on the back. And then I'm going to line them up. I'm going to go right into that corner, I think. Only because by doing that, it's going to go on there quicker, isn't it? And that's what this is all about. This series that I'm doing is all about speed. Whoops. Get your cards. Get your bits on there straight though, if you can. Roughly evened, separated, not spot on, I know, but thereabouts. There we go. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Now this time I'm going to put the dimensionals on the back because you may have noticed, if you've been following my first couple of weeks of this series, using dimensionals really adds a bit of a wow factor to your cards. So if you're trying to impress, put some dimensionals on, because they instantly give you a bit of extra. Makes it look really special without you actually having to work too hard at it. Right, it's pulled all them off. Now let's make sure I put my card up the right way. Here we go. And I'm just going to put that, hang on, I've got to line this one up because I do want this one lined up. About there, I think. Yeah, I'm going to put that on there. And then, oops, which one should we have? About that one. My heart smiles just thinking of you. It's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, actually we will go for that one because it's Valentine's Day. Oh, and that fits. Yeah, that fits quite well in that hole as well. Yeah, as it's Valentine's Day, let's go for a lovely one, shall we? Right, let's take that off. Now, if you're a bit worried about stamping straight onto your card, you could always stamp this onto another piece and just sort of slip it underneath if it worries you. Hang on, just got to move out the picture so I can get it lined up properly, otherwise I can't see. There we go. There. How's that? Doesn't that look effective? Just because you've raised up the layer and you've sort of stamped underneath it. So you've actually created another really quick card really easily. And all of this, if you think about it, is down to using the right paper, so very decorative paper, and punches. Because that's all I've done. I've just used punches. Some people say to me, oh, I really can't make cards because I haven't got a die cutting machine, or I don't have a big shot at home, or it doesn't matter. You don't need things like that. The stamp sets match everything. The punches match everything. The paper matches everything. That's what's so good about Stampin' Up. Everything just matches and blends in easily, and it's all the work's done for you. You don't have to think about it too much because our wonderful designers have done it all with ease in mind. So there you go. There's our 3 cards for today. Our super simple Speedy cards. I hope you enjoyed that. I will look into getting a pack together for you as well, so that we've got, say, I don't know, some adhesive, some dimensionals, maybe a stamp set and some cardstock or something like that. What do you think? I'll tell you what, leave me a comment below and tell me if you think that would be useful. If I get enough comments to say, yes, please do that, I will put something together for you. If I don't, obviously, all of these bits and pieces you can buy anyway from my online store. You just need to go onto my website, www.thecraftyspark.co.uk and then just click on the shop now link, which you'll see at the top. Oh, lovely. Right, I'll be back again in the week with some more projects for you, but in the meantime, I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye.